Alright guys, thanks for tuning in iCup TV. It'll be your epic caster. iCup Fitz here. And the map will be Heartbreak Ridge, and you're tuning into iCup Clan League Week 1, Season 20, between Division B1, between Black Dragons and the Reps Russian Fun Gaming Pro Team. And competing for Black Dragons, it will be bd.Blade, or be Black Dragons Blade, or also known as bd.Blade, or just Blade, will be our white Protoss. At the 3 o'clock, at the 9 o'clock, at the 3 o'clock, it'll be our teal Protoss. Making this a PvP, it'll be lovelesbi, or I'm just gonna call him Love, which will be our also Protoss player. Now, just to quickly sum up this map before I get into the stats of these players, is what I've what I've researched and gotten up for you guys. If you're interested in the stats of players, you have a natural expansion. You could see a Forge Fast expand, like we saw in the PVZ of series number 3 between Krotz and Fofo. Fofo was able to actually go through this back door, which only requires actually one drone SCV probe to actually go through that one worker, I should say, and then you can go up here with a 9 pool and do a lot of damage. Now, will we be seeing that in PvP? I don't think so, but it could be possible. I failed to mention that last game, and I just want to make sure that you will be seeing that. Your natural's, fairly open, but, nothing impossible to wall off. But, PvP, you see a lot of... You don't see, a lot of 2-gate openings or a 1-gate opening with aggression, and then behind that you'll go for an expansion, so you won't normally see a Forge Fast expands. But, while I'm saying that, though, we'll be seeing that. I'm not quite sure, and... That probe will make its way across the map, though. And also, you can only spawn in equal positions. Also, what makes this map a little bit more interesting is that there is you're on the same level, and there is this high ground that is potential for cheese. And that pretty much sums up Heartbreak Ridge for this. And then, statistics of these players right now, and just to go over, they're both putting down their own gateways, so nothing astronomically exciting going on. Both players are putting down their gases right now as well. So, Love is his ethnicity is Kyrgyzstanian, or Kyrgyzstan he's from Kyrgyzstan, which is kind of an interesting. That's the first Kyrgyzstanian I've ever seen on iCup. He's been playing since Season 21, if he's a he. He has no stats. And for ranks and stuff, compared to Blade, he's a Romanian. He's been playing since Season 15, so he's a pretty long devoted Brood War player for sure. I mean, there's definitely been other players that have been here since Season 7, but this guy's been fairly active. Well, I mean, at least on this account, which I never know about other IDs. I don't really pay attention to that much of the Brood War. I mean, not to say I don't pay attention to the Brood War scene, but there's just so many players. There's at least probably 200 players that are active in tournaments, and I don't get how other casters actually memorize them. I guess it's just got to be through repetition where you see them. All I know is that this is the first time I've ever seen Blade, so let's just leave it at that. And Blade is a mixed player, and he's C+ right now at 57 and 39, which mixed meaning he's a 1v1 and 2v2 player. He does both. And for this game, Blade will be averaging 171 APM, and compared to Love, who's going to be averaging 160. Now, we're going to be seeing a little bit more delayed Cybercore, 3-minute Cybercores. It's it's pretty much standard here. But, oh no, I was going to say, if we don't see the Cybercore coming out of Love, that would be kind of ridiculous, but we will be seeing that. So we're seeing very, very identical builds here. He might be trying to hide a Robo, but that pylon will be scouted, so if he's going for a Robo back there, Blade should have enough game awareness to figure out that will be coming. And he will be putting down his own Citadel, which is actually somewhat interesting. He's probably going to go leg speed or fast DTs. Fast DTs can also work. Do I agree with that? I mean, for my purposes, DTs, if you're... my reasoning for DTs, I mean, they're good. But most of the time you get out orbs by the time they're out or whatever, or you have a cannon. I think when you get DTs when your tech path needs High Templar, when you're getting that storm around that 10-minute mark, that's when you go DT. A DT rush, it's too all in for me. It's too much that you have to guarantee damage doing it. But we could be seeing speed no, but we're seeing Templar Archive, so we're gonna be seeing DTs coming up. Probably at least 2 or 3, or 2 or 4. It tends to be actually what it comes out to be. But like I was saying, I think I'd be expecting Robo, which is what we're going to be telling. Robo would normally mean he'll get out Obs first before Reaver. Or Reaver drop or whatever, or what have you. Whatever he wants to be doing with that Robo facility, it's up to him. But I've seen people, I mean, like, that's definitely going to be a Reaver drop, most likely. He's putting down his second gateway. Because right now, I mean, he's getting... They're both off of 2 gateway. Neither player is taking expand or looking to expand. Actually, I take that back. It looks like Love is looking to expand right now. And, yeah, also, the one other characteristic about this map I failed to mention is these spiels. They do count as high ground, which, if you guys know the high ground rules, when you're on the high ground, you have 100% hit rate versus on the ground versus you have a 25 or 50%. I don't know the exact statistic or the number of the miss rate, but when you're on the low ground attacking a unit on the high ground, you do have a miss rate chance, which is never a good idea. Which that means pretty much if you have a Dragoon on the high ground and a Dragoon on the low ground, most likely the Dragoon on the low ground will at least miss at least, if not more, of one of his shots here, which you know, which makes, because of that, which makes, ooh, DTs are out though, which will have to push this back. He may, oh no, he's just going to run by them. But, which makes this map a little bit more interesting because aggression is much more encouraged because now the Dragoons are actually going to be able to hit everything in the other Protoss's base here, unlike in Fighting Spirit when you're going to be attacking up the ramp, which makes it a little bit more interesting. But these DTs will be making their way over here. Will he have Observatory? He will. That Ob should be, might be just in time. But keep in mind though that Obs are fairly slow without speed, and it's going to take a while for that Obs to get over there. So he might even be able to get in the mineral line here. He has no idea these DTs are out. And I'm going to probably guess at least 4 probe kills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, 10, 11. 11 probe kills, guys. I mean, completely, let's be honest here. That is ridiculous. Those DTs should have not done that much damage. But this is one of the benefits of going an early DT rush. Oh my god, he's done so much damage. He's done 13 probe kills with 3 DTs, which 50 times 13 is too much math in my head. Let's just do it this way. 12 times 5 is 60. No. Yeah, 60, which would be 600 minerals lost of probes right there, around that. And DTs are 125, 150, 100. Regardless, since we're going to be around 350 for 600 minerals loss of probes, and probes can only come out by patches of 2. He's gone in for another DT. Oh my goodness! Love has done, Blade has done so much damage. This guy has 8 kills. Are you kidding me? He has no obs here. This is absolutely ridiculous. He has no probes left. That's just game over. This Love can't do anything. It doesn't matter. Did he even do a drop? He had Robo support bay, but I don't think he ever made a Reaver. His shuttle's just coming out now. He doesn't even have a Reaver out. This is, ladies and gentlemen, is what you don't do in PvP. There's a GG by lovelesbi. By an indirect super harassment coming out of lovelesbi, and that is because of lack of detection there, lack of scouting. He didn't realize that he wasn't able to get, he didn't send one of the obs into the base. But the, right now in the PvP scene, of how much I don't encourage builds to go try to counter something, like, you know, blind countering something, like, for example, you have PvZ, for example, PvZ. Protoss will get Storm. We've seen a game like this before when the Protoss thought he was going 3-base Hydra, but that push never came, and that completely caught him off guard because he was off of 2-base, he was completely bunkered, and he was waiting for that push to come in so he could do a counterattack. If not, and once all the Hydra were dead, he could go in for the counter push and either A, kill him, or done a lot of damage. But that push never came, and the Zerg took 1,000 more expands, and that's just a scenario where, you know, you do a build thinking that you know what your opponent's going to be doing, which doesn't happen. And this scenario, I mean, of how much I don't like saying that, DTs are going to be used in PvP. Right now, if it's always been like this, again, I've only been in the current Brood War scene the past 3 months. I haven't seen much change lately, and this game was play back in April, so it may even change in May. But the fact of the matter is that DTs are common. You should get those odds out at your bases, if not cannons, at least one. Just to know that's coming out. Let's give a props to Blade for, denying that scouting too. That takes some moderate skill to do that. Not say that Blade's not a good player, but we always seen Blade successfully get one win for Black Dragons right here. And we'll be moving on to game number 2, guys. Thanks for watching iCup TV. It's your awesome caster, iCup Fitz, and you'll be tuning into my next cast very, very shortly, guys. Peace.